We just got off the phone with Brett McKenzie.
What?
Due to his travel, he can't make it tonight.
No, Brett McKenzie.
I mean, I know there's some more qualified SWE superstars
Wait
right
a minute.
there.
Who is this? What is this? Wait a minute. Lance Archer's in the ring.
Lance Archer, what's he doing here?
Archer going again, this time into the boot. Can he make the pin? Tim Storm is on top. 1, 2.
Oh, my,
wait a minute,
look at this.
Wait a minute. What is Charlie Haas doing out here? Charlie Haas.
We started with Charlie, and now we're seeing him again.
Wait a minute. Referee out of the way. What is this? Archer not having it.
You got to be a little crazy to get in there with those two guys.
Yeah.
Wait, Haas is crazy. He's standing right back up to him.
You talk about a loose cannon.
Charlie Haas interfering, causing a disqualification. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into SWE Fury. I'm Paul Malden, joined by Kevin Sullivan. Well, we were here last week, and what a show, man.
What a show. Excitement. There was nothing but excitement and pandemonium. I can't wait for tonight, what we're going to see.
Well,
who knows?
What we have on the card looks like a great show, great lineup. Our main event tonight, the women's title, is on the line. Miranda Gordy, we think she's in the house tonight. Will she defend her title? Christy Janes, our #1 contender, certainly hopes so. And, you know, we need to get to the ring right now because it looks like Gideon Vane is, wait a minute, as he tries to get his son out of the ring. Gideon attacks from behind, and Camacho out here basically defending the big man. Santa Claus defending Christmas on behalf of all the kids here. Angel Camacho reversing now. Gideon into the corner. Huge splash. Oh, wow.
That's got to knock the wind out of you for a week.
It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Oh, wrong holiday. Sorry. Angel Camacho, super agile, super speedy, and I would say for a man his size, but Angel defies gravity. I'll tell you that right now.
Yes, he does. For a guy that size to move that well is pretty amazing.
The intensity, and nobody home. Camacho catching that turnbuckle on the way down. Gideon taking him outside now, right, draping that arm across the hard apron of the ring. Oh, no, not the post. Not the post, no! Man, I hope that wasn't his turkey carving arm.
Yeah, Camacho got himself in a bad situation. You know, it looked like he got him from the elbow to the forearm.
Now he's working that arm intently now as he tries to, looks like rip it out of socket there. Does one Gideon. We are going to see some handicap action coming up here in a little bit. We have a huge main event for that women's title later on tonight. You know, there was some controversy surrounding that women's title last week here on the show. We'll get into that a little bit later on. Right now, fans getting behind Angel Camacho, trying to will him to get up and defend Christmas. That's what he's doing. He's defending Christmas here, Kevin Sullivan.
Yes, he is. And he was doing a good job at first, but I'm getting to be bah humbug right now with him. Maybe he spoke too loudly and is not carrying a big enough stick. He better nail this guy.
Angel Camacho in a tough situation now against Gideon as he tries to fight his way back. I mean, he's got his kid outside the ring. That's got to be some motivation there. A little motivating factor there as Gideon comes off the rope and runs right into a bus.
And you're not far off running into a bus. This guy is as big as a bus.
He's working his way back up to his feet as one Angel Camacho. He's going outside. What's he doing? He pointed to that corner. What is he doing here? No, he can't be.
No, he can't be. What's he doing?
This is not a good idea. This man got to be north of 400 pounds easy.
His joints can't take this.
Oh, no.
Oh.
He's in a terrible spot right now, but Gideon doesn't seem to mind that forearm shot. What is this? He's got him on his knees on the top rope. Let's go!
Oh, that got to be it.
It's like a neck breaker on the top rope. He pins it 1, 2, and no!
That was a rookie mistake for Gideon.
Camacho still fighting back.
He should have covered him when he had the chance. That's what I've noticed a lot with these guys that don't have the basic amateur background like a Charlie Horse or Tim Storm. They miss the closing moments to shut the game down. You know, trying to show off. You're not going to hold a 450-pound guy down with just 2 hands. You better wrap something up. Oh, God.
These guys tiring each other out now. Camacho backs right into that big boot. And Vane now he's kind of mocking the shoulder injury that he caused of one Angel Camacho. He goes to work on it here. What's it going to be? A submission hold. He's got it locked in. Wait a minute, he's got his foot on that rope as the referee has got his eyes on the arm and looking for Camacho to tap, but trying to get Gideon to get his foot off of that rope and quit using that leverage.
Have elapsed from this match. 15 minutes are remaining.
An impromptu 20-minute match here, or at least a 20-minute time limit to this match. 5 minutes gone by now as a forearm shot to the face of Camacho. Another.
I like to give the referees a shout out because these forearms are very close to being punches, and I wouldn't want to be the guy deciding whether it was a punch or a forearm.
Well, big follow-away slam there. When you got a guy that weight dropping you, that is a fall, I'm telling you. You're right. The referee's working extra hard here in SWE Fury, having to keep a close eye for those punches, which, as you know, if a punch is thrown, immediate disqualification. The match is over. What the hell is Camacho doing? Oh, he falls. He falls. He just didn't have it in him. He didn't have it in him. High-risk maneuver. He's down
He's
now.
hurt bad.
It's that shoulder again.
I think they should stop the match. He's hurt bad.
He was going up top for something, but he just didn't have the ability to balance. Wait a minute, here he goes. He rolls him up. 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
Ladies and gentlemen,
unexpected.
here is your winner, Angel Camacho.
Camacho winning. An impromptu matchup getting us started here on SWE Fury.
Introducing first, the team of Eric Esnight and Malik Champion. They are the Bible Club.
Yes, and with an amateur background as a wrestler, jiu-jitsu, as a pro boxer, he's put it all together. And yeah, it's a handicap match, but I'm not so sure if those two guys have a chance against this monster. This guy, wait till you see how he hits. He hits like a 68 DeSoto.
Eric and Malik, the Bible Club is the name of the tag team that now is going to go against the Blood Hunter in this handicap match here on SWE Fury. Can't wait to see the Blood Hunter in action his first time here, as it is for the Bible Club. Oh, good grief, Ed.
He towers over guys. Unnaturally strong, but the thing is, he's got this meanness about him that he actually likes to hurt people.
I believe it. Going for a big clothesline. Duck there. Kick to the leg. Here we go. Bible Club doing a little Bible thumping. Oh, well, they missed that completely. That's not good. No.
Oh, not a thing to do. Not a thing to do.
Good grief.
Oh, good grief.
I think all he proceeded to do was make the Blood Hunter mad.
Yeah.
He's thirsty for some blood now. He's destroying this guy. Wait a minute. Throws him into his corner. Basically challenging to make the tag.
He has second thoughts, doesn't he? Yeah. Well, he obviously didn't.
No, it's not going to work that way. As the Blood Hunter is now, he's got 2-on-1 over there, which I don't think is too much of a problem for him. This Blood Hunter is huge.
And besides being huge, he's lean.
Yeah, drop kick didn't do anything.
Didn't do nothing to him.
No, oh no, drop kick now.
Bob, it's almost like he's impervious to pain.
It's like a flurry of activity that does absolutely nothing. It's like being attacked by a butterfly. Yeah. Wait a minute, speaking of flying, here he goes! Oh no! I don't know what he was going for there, but he missed it completely, just swatted away by that Blood Hunter. Oh my gosh.
You talk about driving an elbow through a guy.
Is he choking him?
Yeah.
He's choking him.
It looks like that. It looks like that he's trying to make a statement. He's come to Fury to let people know that he can have as much fury as anybody on our roster. Oh, watch this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
A big forearm across the chest.
Wow.
Good grief. That guy is massive. He's mean, and he is furious. Here tonight as he's dispatching of this young tag team who has to be questioning. Might be questioning a lot of things right now as they're in the match of the lifetime against the Blood Hunter. Hey, they might have just done something there, driving him across that top rope. And he's ready, coming up. Oh!
Whoa!
Going for a high-risk maneuver over that top rope. He was met by Blood Hunter, who delivers a chop that's going to make his chest blood red. Outside the ring now. The fans so close, so dangerously close to the action here. No, not again. The Blood Hunter, he's thirsty for blood. He throws him back into the ring now.
I don't think they've had an offensive move against this guy. I think he's sending a message to Tim Storm. Timmy, you better get ready for this one. This guy's going to be a tough one for you.
The Blood Hunter, always hate it when someone comes from parts unknown, because you're not real sure what it is they're going to try to do when they get out here. Oh, good grief. This is almost just desperate to get out of there now. Big standing vertical suplex.
They just should count this guy.
Wait a minute, these guys are now resorting to
double teaming.
Yeah, double teaming, and it's what's he gonna do here? Well, he throws him into that turnbuckle cover.
Well, they're starting to come back a little.
Oh, wait a minute, he's swatting him away with his feet. kicking him away like a bunch of chihuahuas coming after you. Uh-oh, here he goes. What is he doing? He's... Oh, good grief, no. Oh!
You know, I don't think he's pinning the legal guy. That's the legal guy. And he's going to give him the same thing, and it looks like he's going to pin him.
Oh!
God.
1, 2, 3. Threw him around like a rag doll. This handicap match is over.
What an impressive debut. Bob, have you seen a guy make a debut like this in quite a while?
No, I have not. The blood hunter is here. He's thirsty for blood, and he may have just got it. I don't know. These guys tossed around the ring like a bunch of stuffed toys.
Right.
The Bible Club might want to pray real hard now after this match against that devastating blood hunter. We're back to talk to Max Castellanos and Moonshine Mantel about that all-out brawl we saw a couple weeks ago in San Antonio. That's up here next on SWE Fury. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here waiting for the arrival of Max Castellanos to talk about that big brawl a couple of weeks ago in San Antonio. That fight that went all over the building there in San Antonio, Texas. And here he is joining me right now. Max Castellanos, I've seen photos of the injuries that Moonshine Mantel sustained caused by you. That fight went all over the place in San Antonio. How are you after that?
I feel great. I look great. Here's the thing, Moonshine, where is he at? He's probably in the hospital, huh? With the neck brace, trying to get some sympathy from everybody. Max Castellanos is the next biggest thing in SWE Fury. And once I'm done with Moonshine Mantel, I'm going to the top. And Max Castellanos is going to be the #1 name in this company.
Let me ask you something. Moonshine Mantel likes to talk about how you guys actually worked out together, ran the roads together, and some might even say he mentored you early on in your career. Is this any way to treat someone who gave you kind of helped launch your career?
That's a bunch of crap. Just because I hand him a water bottle after training means he trained me, he mentored me. I think he's a liar. He's a hypocrite. Yeah, people want to cheer on him. They should be cheering Max Castellanos. Because I am the future. I do tell the truth, and I do take out the trash.
With me now is Moonshine Mantel. Now, we saw that battle with Max Castellanos that happened all over the place in San Antonio, and...
Wait, you know what? I'm just going to stop you right there. I'm just going to cut you off right there, because I know what's coming next. You're going to ask, how am I feeling right now? How am I feeling after Max Castellanos tried to take my head off and end my career? You know the thing, you might not know this. I know the people out there, they don't know this. When Max was getting started, I was there to help him along the way. I was the guy holding his hand along the way, helping him train, getting him bookings, riding up and down the road, showing him a better way and teaching him along the way. So you sit here and you ask me, how do I feel when the guy who I mentored the last few years tried to end my career? I'd say I'm a little pissed off. Max, I'm gonna say it like this, man. It's as simple as this. Payback is a bitch. And I'm coming for your head. And that's 100 proof.
All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Normally, I kind of stay over there at the commentary booth and don't get up here in the ring to talk to you very much. But I have something that I need to say because there's a guy who's been doing commentary way longer than I have for wrestling all over Texas. This guy is called the voice of Texas wrestling, and it is for a very, very good reason. When I wanted to learn how to be a commentator, I listened to this guy. Sure, I grew up on a lot of others, but you want to talk about somebody who knows and understands Texas wrestling? This man is a walking encyclopedia of pro wrestling, and he lives right here in Greenville, Texas. And tonight, I want to bring James Beard out here to help me with this, and all of the guys who are part of SWE Fury. I want to bring you guys out here to help with this, but we have a very special presentation for the voice of Texas wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rob Moore.
I'm going to let Tim do most of the talking. He's better at it than I am. Here's the thing, you know, I've been around Texas wrestling for a long time, all the way back to the days of Bill Mercer, Mark Lawrence, those guys. And the guy that followed, and I don't know how he could ever do it any better. He exceeded everything I could think of as a commentator, as a guy who understood the wrestling, who understood his job, who understood that what happens in the ring is the most important thing, which is something a lot of commentators don't seem to understand. And there's so much respect I have for this guy. I've known him for years and years. And I love you, Rob. And I'm so proud to have you a part of SWE Fury. Who worked with you way back, talk a little bit about his experiences in working with the great Rob Moore.
Well, I think one of the marks of a great commentator is somebody who can take a below average match and make it sound good, take a good match, make it sound great. I've been in Texas 20 years and you were a part of Texas wrestling before I got here. It's an honor to have worked with you. It's an honor to have my matches called by you for the last 20, 25 years. Like James said, when we start talking about what we want to do with SWE, we want to be an old school style, strong wrestling company, and you can't have that without the voice of Texas wrestling. So Rob, it's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part, and thank you for everything you've done. Thank you.
And Rob, what this says and what this represents is not just about a Hall of Fame. This is about a lifetime achievement. The very first Lifetime Achievement Award for SWE Fury to Mr. Rob Moore. And you know, Rob, the reason you got this award is because of this. So let's hear you talk.
Well, it's about time. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Hall of Fame referee James Beard here, and former NWA World Heavyweight Champion and reigning SWE Heavyweight Champion Tim Storm. I don't think I could have asked for two better guys would you believe it? I can't even talk. but this plaque here, I've got to find a place on my office wall to hang it after I let it sit at home for a while and charge people $5 to come in and look at it and touch it. But ladies and gentlemen, all jokes aside, it was on January 12th, 1984, the first time I stepped in a wrestling ring. Main event in this very building, in this very gym, was Kevin Von Erich against Buddy Roberts. How many of you were here? Were some of you here? Maybe. But in any case, it's been a long and winding road since then, to quote Paul McCartney, and I hope there will be more long, winding roads ahead, because nobody ever retires from wrestling. They just say, well, I'm just going to sleep on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you, James. Thank you, Bob Malden, the voice of SWE. Tim Storm, the SWE Heavyweight Champion. I don't think we can have a better guy carrying the belt than yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, I know you didn't come to listen to me talk. You came to watch some great wrestling, and we're going to see some more SWE wrestling right now. Thank you so much for coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lifetime Achievement Award winner Rob Moore. We're back here on SWE Fury. Bob Malden, Kevin Sullivan calling all the action for you tonight. The real deal, Noby Bryan is in here tonight against the man from Tampa, Florida, AK for Rod. I tell you what, these here. Their eyes on the prize, that gold that right now currently resides, hangs around the waist of Tim Storm.
We have a bunch of big wrestlers here, don't we?
Absolutely right.
They're huge and in great shape.
No question about it. Referee Carl Knight checking up on Noby Bryant here as we get ready to see the debut of AK Farad here in SWE Fury. And he's going to have to work just as hard as Noby Bryant has all these weeks and months. But Noby is here, and he's always been here ready to go. Disrespected a little bit by AK Farad there. As these two lock it up here in the SWE Fury ring, I want to bring up something you mentioned a little bit earlier, Kevin Sullivan, when we were talking about that Moonshine Mantel situation. We had a chance to visit with the guys a little bit ago and get their thoughts on what was going on. Your thinking is a little different than mine on this one here, and that is that Castellanos was out for blood, and it was a lot more than just a match. That he looked like he was trying to end the career of Moonshine Mantel.
I'm no psychiatrist by any means, but there's something in the past between these two guys that hasn't sit well with either one of them, because we've seen all kinds of fights in wrestling, all kinds of wrestling match. That was one of the hell of a fight I've ever seen, and it was almost like you couldn't hurt either one of them. Just when you thought one of them was through, he found enough energy to keep them going, and this isn't going to be over. And Bob, I don't think it's going to end pretty.
Well, fortunately, it was two separate times a day, two different sides of the building. Brittany Nicole and myself were able to interview those two guys, and I just dread the thought of them getting back together, and fortunately security is high around the building here tonight. Good grief, the chops. Noby Bryant against AK Farad here. It's one of those things you're just going to have to wait and see. Belly to belly, back to his feet again, a big nip up there. Farad is on his feet again as Noby reeling from that belly-to-belly suplex. AK Farad in his first showing here on SWE Fury. Referee Carl Knight making sure everything's squeaky clean over there in that corner. Irish whip reverse back into the corner. Here comes Farad. Big splash. Noby's in the middle. Here he comes with a clothesline there. Caught a little of the body on that one. 1, 2, and no, Noby's out.
I think that's, again, a rookie mistake. He gave him a very solid clothesline, but he wasn't going to pin him unless he hooked the leg and spread the other leg and hooked that one also.
We want to keep Angel Camacho in your thoughts, folks. He was injured a little bit earlier in that match where he came out here basically defending Christmas against the onslaught of one Gideon Vane. And how about that move right there, Kevin Sullivan?
That's a dangerous move, putting that pressure on people's spines like that.
Not only his weight, but also the extra elasticity of that rope, using that to push even further down on him. Here he goes off the ropes again. Noby not home. Catching the boy parts there just a smidge. Forearm shots now. Ducking a clothesline. Reverses, gets a little kick in there. Does Noby Bryant reverse it again, up and over.
Nice
hey!
Move.
Wow!
Whoa. What an athletic move.
There goes the pin. 1, 2, and it's
again a rookie mistake. He should have covered him when he had him staggered.
Well, if you got that kind of move in, will you be celebrating? I mean, that was exciting.
Yes, it was.
Into the corner goes Noby. He's out. Here he comes again. Oh, look at that big old axe kick. 1, 2, 3. He got him.
Good cover. Very good cover. Bridged his back, cinched in both legs, even used his neck, pushing it down. Very good.
Well, he went straight to work there. It's like he probably hurt you over here talking about wasting time on a pin. To the right, Jeff. SWE Fury. We're back with ladies action coming up next here on SWE Fury. We'll be right back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, from Orlando, Florida, she is the top tier Jasmine Allure.
Jasmine Allure making her way out to the ring, and we are joined now by Brittany Nicole, Kevin Sullivan. Ladies action on the way here. Hi, Brittany.
Hi, how are you? I'm so excited to be back for this SWE women's match. Of course, the top tier herself, Jasmine Allure, in the ring right now. I can't wait to see her opponent.
You know, it has been an exciting night of action here in SWE Fury, and the women's division always delivers.
And her opponent from Denton, Texas, she is the Red Lantern, Libby Loca.
Libby Loca, a Texas native. She is here from the land of the Von Erichs themselves, Denton, Texas. Ready for some SWE Fury action.
There she is, saying hello to the SWE Fury fans up close and personal. Is Libby here to face off against Jasmine Allure? Of course, we've seen a lot of Jasmine here lately in SWE Fury, and of course, the goal, as always, that women's division title, which we should see defended here later on tonight. Of course, Miranda Gordy threw some curveballs at us last week, and we'll see what happens here tonight. That should be our main event tonight, though. Miranda Gordy in action, defending her title against Christy James, who won that chance to go for the gold here as the two ladies lock up in the ring here. And of course, she calls herself the Red Lantern from Denton, Texas. What do you know about Libby here?
Well, Libby herself, she has said that she is a very aggressive fighter, and I think we're going to see some of that action. I mean, she does have a size advantage there to Jasmine, and so I'm very interested to see how Jasmine takes on somebody such as Libby Loca.
Very athletic move there from Libby, who falls victim to a couple of arm drags there, making her way back to her feet rather quickly, and wow, Jasmine runs straight into an elbow. Libby coming in here, first time we've seen her in action in SWE Fury, as Jasmine comes across. Some forearm shots there. Might catch a little bit of that elbow on the ear there. Good way to get some cauliflower ears. Wow!
And just tossing Jasmine across the ring like a rag doll. That's what I was saying about that power and that size advantage that Libby has.
Definitely a powerful individual. One Libby Loca here in SWE Fury. Dragging her back out to the middle of the ring. Putting all the weight into the back of Jasmine Allure. Gotta say, and I say it every time, but it bears repeating. Top-notch women's division here in SWE Fury.
We do indeed, including our referees in there in the ring right now, Yali Sapphire. I mean, she is a fantastic ref for SWE.
Absolutely, always on top of things, always making sure things are called right down the middle. And I will say probably more attentive than some of our referees here in SWE Fury. She seems to be able to catch just about every time there's an infraction. She's on top of it. Great job to Yali Sapphire.
Oh. And that spine of Jasmine Allure has been being worked over pretty much this entire match thus far.
Want to say thanks to all the great fans in Greenville, Texas here. Coming out to enjoy some great Texas-style pro wrestling action, as we see a Texas girl in there right now, and Libby.
And she's dealing pretty good right now. She has it down pretty solid.
She does indeed. Oh.
Irish whip into the corner. Libby going for it. What's she going to do here? She misses. Jasmine goes behind her, rolls her up there. 1, 2, 3.
That was a quick one. That came out of nowhere.
Definitely a surprise.
Winner, Jasmine Allure.
Proving once again she's top tier. Jasmine Allure coming out with the win here. And I guess we'll see you here a little bit later on, Brittany Nicole, for our main event.
Oh, yes, you will. I will be front and center for that.
All right, we're back here with more on SWE Fury right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SWE Fury. Bob Malden, Kevin Sullivan, and our SWE Heavyweight Champion, Tim Storm. We have a #1 contender match right now.
Hey guys, this is what wrestling is all about. You've got Rodney Mack, one of the most experienced professional wrestlers in SWE, against a young, talented guy. This is going to be special.
That's right. The winner of this match, #1 contender for that SWE TV title. Let's see how it goes. Let's get to the ring. Quite a bit here in SWE Fury for over a year now, but we're seeing him tonight in singles competition. His goal, that TV title, but he's not waiting for the bell.
I agree with you. That's a stepping stone. His real shot is that he wants to put Mr. Storm in the ring.
Yeah, well, Tim, what do you think about that?
Hey, listen, Rodney Mack is a true competitor. I know a lot of people may or may not remember this, but the very first match for the SWE title was Rodney Mack and I. And I knew going into that it was absolutely going to be a battle. It was everything it was billed to be. That is a man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He certainly is. And Tim, for all these big guys that have been on the cards in the recent weeks, you got a list of challenges coming up, my friend, and I've noticed that you've got leaner and bigger at the same time. Yeah, I mean, you've been a true champion, but you got a host of guys that are after you.
You know, Kevin, that comes with holding that title. Like you said, it seems like they're getting bigger and more athletic and meaner as it goes. But at this point, that's kind of what you have to expect. When you have the title in this company that everybody wants, you know you're going to get the best shot that they can bring every single time. And both of these guys, big overhead right there. Right now you're seeing two of the talented guys, and you're seeing opposite ends. You're seeing massive experience, and you're seeing young talent going at it right now.
Yeah, and you know...
Whoa! Did it again. 1, 2.
As you said about Rodney doesn't have one move that it doesn't hurt. And I'm talking a guy that can say it with an exclamation point at the end.
That is absolutely true. You can't shake hands before a match with Rodney without knowing that you're in there for a battle. And here he's taking it to this young guy right now. Bam Bam Malone is a talented young man. Rodney Mack is taking it to him right now.
The KG veteran Rodney Mack going after that #1 contendership. Whoever wants out of this gets a shot at that TV title being held right now by the connoisseur Niles Planquet. We will see that match in coming weeks. Whoever comes out of this one on top, it was almost Rodney Mack there by only a count of 2.
He's taking him down here, taking him to the ground, grinding that in, taking his wind away. He's leaning in on him. And I'll tell you, over the match, that is going to take a toll on this young guy.
You know, Tim, what I saw that you do that most guys don't, these big competitors, when you're in a position to win, you go for the pin, you hook the leg, you don't back up and placate to the fans. I think some of these guys should take I hate to give your playbook away, but if I was going to had a guy to go against you, the first thing I do is watch his matches. He doesn't let a move go where he can beat a guy and not cover him.
Well, I mean, I was taught and I was trained and I've learned in this business that the goal is to win the match. The only way you can win that match is pin them or make them submit. So if you hit them with something,
That was it.
Oh, that was wow.
That was it. That was it. Rodney Mack is the #1 contender.
And there's the example, exactly what you were just saying, Devin. He doesn't waste any movement. He has the guy down. He goes for the pin. He has worn him down. There's our #1 contender.
Rodney Mack, our #1 contender, and I'm getting word from the fact that next week our main event is that TV title match.
Wow.
You don't want to miss that next week. Niles Blanquet must face probably the toughest challenge he's ever faced in SWE Fury, and that is the veteran Rodney Mack. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on SWE Fury. Our main event, the SWE women's title on the line. Miranda Gordy, will she defend the title? Christy James here. She wants that women's title, and she has the chance at it tonight. Brittany Nicole joining us here.
First, the challenger from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. She is the Estrella de Lucha Libre, the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy James.
Brittany, you were just in the back. Did you see Miranda Gordy? Is she here?
She is indeed here. I saw her. She looked ready. She looked set. She looked like she wasn't going to give away this title anytime soon.
I was beginning to wonder after all the chaos last week if we would have Miranda Gordy here. She is. Brittany Nicole confirming it. We are in for a match here tonight. Miranda Gordy must defend that women's championship against a very determined Christy James.
Oh, and Christy getting our announcer Bryce Boudreaux up there to do a little fancy footwork.
Who knew he had the moves? Who knew?
I had no clue whatsoever.
He doesn't. You guys have seen that as moves.
All he lacks is the feathers and the sparkles.
You better not be judges of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, now the referee Alex Morales in there. Awesome. Bad Street USA means only one thing. Our champ Miranda Gordy is in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing her opponent from Bad Street, USA. She is the Bad Street Beauty, Miranda Gordy.
Well, she's here, bringing all that newfound attitude.
She is indeed the Bad Street Beauty herself with that beautiful red and gold belt. I mean, she even matched her attire to it. I mean, she doesn't look like she's going to give that belt up. She's color coordinated now.
Well, she's already gone out and gotten the attire to match. She seems pretty determined to keep that as part of her wardrobe. Miranda Gordy, the Bad Street Beauty, who of late has become the Bad Street Bad Girl.
She has indeed. I have seen since she's gotten the belt, her attitude shift and change more and more, and she's gotten a pretty overconfident in herself, I have to say.
Well, it's a sad thing to see because for over a year she was a fan favorite, and I don't know if the attitude change came before the belt was won or if that maybe is what contributed to her winning the belt. You'd have to go back and watch tape and try to time things out to figure it out, but Miranda there dispatching of Christy James early on as things get underway here in our main event.
Sometimes, my friend, it's genetic. Her father was as tough as nails. Sometimes it's genetic, and she got all the genetics in the world from him.
Tough as nails and take no prisoners. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say. Kind of a mean guy in the ring, kind of a bully in some respects if you ask any Von Erich fans around Texas. But here we see Miranda Gordy locking up Christy James, who now goes for the arm.
And Christy James might want to try to finish this quick because if Miranda Gordy does anything to her arms and gets that short arm scissor in on her, she might be done, just like how she won the belt against Jazz.
That short arm scissor devastating. Wait a minute, what's she doing here? She's reversing now. That Christy James with the headlock there, side headlock in on Miranda Gordy. Off the ropes, wow, big shoulder tackle there.
Like going into a brick wall.
We saw Miranda Gordy cause Jazz to submit. In fact, the last time we saw Jazz in action here in SWE Fury was when she had to submit to that devastating short arm scissor by Miranda Gordy.
And Miranda Gordy even boasting, saying that was one of the reasons that Jazz retired, was because of the damage she did to her.
Wow, here we come with the crossbody. She catches her. She caught her. She caught her. She's powering her up. What is she going to do?
Wow. She's keeping the power moves all on her side. This is going to be a tough match.
Wait a minute. What's Vert Vixen doing out here?
What?
What is Vert Vixen doing up on the ring apron? Wait a minute, Miranda. Oh, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
What?
What?
What Vert Vixen causing the distraction?
What?
2 belt changes, matches back to back. I haven't seen that.
And I mean, Vert was clearly out here to go against Christy, but ended up ruining it for Miranda.
What in the world? We have a new champion, and Miranda Gordy is meant to be tied. Vert Vixen causing all sorts of problems for Miranda Gordy out here tonight, who is no longer our women's champion. What in the world is going to happen next?
I have no clue. I mean, this is...
Guys, that's why you got to tune in every week. You never know what's going to happen in SWE Fury, that's for sure.
I think Miranda's got her sights set on somebody else other than that belt right now.
What? Oh no, wait a minute.
Oh!
Whoa, wait a minute.
Oh no! Oh!
Holy crap, they're going at it here in the ring. Miranda Gordy and Vert Vixen going at it here in the ring. Oh my gosh, the referee needs to break this up. This is a straight up fight.
Oh God! The locker room clearing out.
Wait a minute. Everybody coming out here now. Somebody break them up. They are fighting it out here now. The locker room is spilled out here to break up Miranda Gordy and Vert Vixen. Oh no, they're back at it again. They're back at it again.
I don't know if that's enough people to hold Miranda or Vert back right now.
This is unbelievable, uncalled for, and absolutely. Wait a minute, they're back at it again.
Fists are flying, hair is being pulled. They gotta get her out of there. They gotta pull these people apart.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will have to update you on this situation in the coming weeks. Miranda Gordy is no longer our champion. She's putting the blame very squarely on one Vert Vixen, and we're out of time here. For Brady Nicole and Kevin Sullivan, I'm Bob Malden. Thank you so much for tuning in to SWE Fury.